Alright, what's up everybody? We're back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today's video, I am giving my 2024 NBA Award Ballot. All of the awards, all the NBA teams, all defense, stuff like that. I'm going to be in today's video. My personal awards, by the way, not predicting. These are my personal award winners in this video. Thank you guys for the views on the videos and the shorts recently. I really appreciate it. If you enjoy the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. Really means a lot. Join the membership if you want to learn more about the membership. There's a video on my channel explaining it. You can go back and watch it. Link to my Twitter, TikTok, stuff like that in the description down below. And yeah, don't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. So the first award we're going to start with is the Rookie of the Year award. And my Rookie of the Year goes to Victor Wembanyama. I don't think there's any surprise, and this should be the actual award winner. He should be unanimous, honestly. This should be a unanimous Rookie of the Year for Victor Wembanyama. He's been absolutely ridiculous in his rookie season, the #1 pick, leading all rookies in points, rebounds, and blocks, averaging over 21 points, 10.5 rebounds, almost 4 assists, a steal, and leading the NBA with over 3.5 blocks per game, while shooting 46% from the field, 32% from three, 79% from the free throw line, 42 double-doubles. He has been absolutely ridiculous. Wemby, yeah, it's been another level. I mean, we've seen, of course, coming into the season, he was probably the most hyped-up prospect maybe in NBA history, for being this generational talent. And what can he do as a rookie right away? And from day one, he came in and showed the world, oh yeah, I'm here. Everything he's been doing. And the defensive end, I mean, average over 3.5 blocks per game, not even just because he's 7'4", but he just already looks like an elite defender already, and a rim protector. And we're going to talk a little bit more about his defense a little bit later in the video. But Wemby has just been ridiculous on that end. And the offensive side, honestly, has been a lot better than I think I expected. The jump shot, the shooting has been amazing. You look at his pull-up threes. His three-pointers have been nice. He can get to the mid-range, the little fadeaways. He's been doing it at a very solid level. Of course, he can score on the inside. He's got teammates that lob it up to him sometimes, not as much as they should. But, of course, he can go catch basically any lob. He moves a lot off the ball as well if you watch him. He moves a lot off the ball, trying to get in good positioning. His handles have been amazing. The big moments as well. He wants the ball in clutch situations and wants to, bring his team home, which I like. He has so many big moments. He's had a couple triple-doubles. He had a triple-double with blocks. He had a 5x5 game. He's had dang near quadruple doubles like maybe 3 or 4 times this season. He's been doing it all, and he's just showing why he's hyped up to be the generational prospect. He's come in and he's shown it and even more as a rookie. So yeah, he's been incredible. He deserves unanimous Rookie of the Year. And then my 2 and 3, I have Chet Holmgren and Brandon Miller as my 2 and 3. Chet, of course, it was him versus Wemby for the first couple months, but then Wemby kind of took it and ran away with it. But Chet had a really good year, being an amazing defender as well. The 3-ball was a lot better than I expected to. And he's been a very impactful and important player on an OKC team that's won 55 games. That's going to be a top 3 team in the Western Conference. So that's a big credit to Chet Holmgren. And then Brandon Miller as well. Really excited that Brandon Miller had a great rookie year, especially after all the draft stuff with him versus Scoot, and then him having not a great summer league and stuff like that, and people kind of talking down on him. But he came out in Charlotte and was one of the most consistent things about Charlotte, one of the best things. Honestly, the reason to watch Charlotte, after LaMelo got hurt, the reason to watch Charlotte was Brandon Miller. And he had some big performances showing off his shot-making ability, his creation, all the stuff like that, and he's just showing that he's going to be the future of the Charlotte Hornets. Next, we go to Defensive Player of the Year. And my Defensive Player of the Year award is going to Rudy Gobert of the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is an award that probably has been locked up for the past couple months. This should be dang near unanimous. Defensive Player of the Year is Rudy Gobert. It's not going to be unanimous, but it could be. So far this year, 13 and assists. He's averaging 2 blocks per game. The Timberwolves have been the best defense in the NBA for the entirety of the year. They've been elite on that level, and Rudy Gobert has been the anchor of it, obviously. Going to win, I think, his 4th now? Defensive Player of the Year. Just insane. But yeah, the Timberwolves have been the best defense. Rudy has been anchoring it. They have a lot of good defenders as well, but Rudy Gobert has been the anchor of it. He's been a lot better this year. Not even just defensively, but as in general. The team has just been better. He's been a lot better, fit in a lot better than he did last year. It took a year to kind of figure it out, but him and Towns have figured it out. Rudy has been elite on the defensive end. The Timberwolves have been elite on the defensive end, and there could be a #1 seed in the Western Conference with that defense. So just showing the value of Rudy Gobert, and he gets another Defensive Player of the Year award. Then my 2 and 3, I have Anthony Davis and I have Victor Wembanyama. Anthony Davis has been amazing on the defensive end as well. I think coming in the year, he might have been my pick to win DPOI, and he has a really good case. It's only that the Lakers, are the 10 seed, so he's not going to get as much credit. And then Victor Wembanyama averaging over 3.5 blocks per game. When he's on the court, the Spurs are one of the better defenses, and when he's on the court, they are one of the worst defenses. So just showing the shift. And Wemby as a rookie already being Defensive Player of the Year, but it goes to Rudy Gobert. Next, we have the Most Improved Player of the Year award. And my MIP goes to Tyrese Maxey of the Philadelphia 76ers. Maxey coming into the season, with a new role, with the whole Harden situation going on. Then he gets traded, and it's like, dang, what could we get from Tyrese Maxey now? And Tyrese Maxey stepped up and performed out of this world. Like I think everyone expected Tyrese Maxey to be better, but I don't think we expected this Tyrese Maxey this early, this year. He went from last year averaging 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 3.5 assists to averaging 26 points, over 3.5 rebounds, and 6 assists with the steal while shooting 44% from the field, 37% from 3, 87% from the free throw line. Made the All-Star team, has a pretty solid case to be an All-NBA team member. He's been absolutely elite this season. The way he's just gotten better. He's had a couple 50-point games. He's been a lot better shot making wise, not just catch and shoot, but using his speed and stuff to create. He's been playmaking for others as well, averaging over 6 assists, only 1 turnover. So he's been very efficiently making people around him better. He's just been all around a star this season, especially with Joel Embiid. Without Joel Embiid, he's been amazing. So yeah, him getting MIP, it's just crazy to see, him take, because I expect him to maybe be somewhat of this type of player eventually, but I didn't expect it this year. Like I thought maybe this year was going to be a better year, and then maybe next year, the year after, he could take this kind of jump. Didn't expect him to take this type of jump this early, and he's only 23 years old still. So there's still a lot more he can improve on, which is scary to think about. And then my 2 and 3, I have Kobe White and Jonathan Kuminga. Kobe White, if Tyrese Maxey didn't take this elite jump, this is Kobe White's award. I mean, he went from kind of having his worst career year last year to having his best career year, and went from being like, is he going to be a Bull for any longer, to dang near being like a set piece of the Bulls for the future. And then Jonathan Kuminga as well, taking the year 3 jump. The last 2-3-ish months, he's been absolutely amazing, becoming a key part of the Golden State Warriors' success. Next, the Sixth Man of the Year award. My Sixth Man of the Year award is going to Malik Monk of the Sacramento Kings. Malik is having an amazing season, a career year. He's averaging over 15 points per game, 3 rebounds, a career high 5 assists. He's shooting 44% from the field, 35% from 3, 83% from the free throw line. Has not started a game this season, but has been amazing for the Kings. It's unfortunate that the season had to end like this for him with an MCL injury that he probably won't be back. He might be back if the Kings do make the playoffs, but they're going to have to work through the play-in and all that stuff. But Malik Monk has been electric off the bench. I mean, he comes right in and just brings so much energy. His scoring ability has been amazing. His playmaking ability, to me, has really stood off as well, as becoming like kind of a secondary playmaker when De'Aaron Fox is in the game, or even when De'Aaron's in the game. He could come take over. He's had big moments. He really can change a game in the way he plays. Like, he's just been absolutely amazing, and it's great to see Malik Monk come from his rookie year, being his first years in Charlotte, to being this, where he's kind of finally found a role for himself as a 6-man and as a guy that comes off the bench and brings you so much scoring, playmaking, and just electricity. He's really he's your definition, I feel like, of electric off the bench. Like, he just comes in and have a big dunk or hit a big shot, and it just it sends waves through the team and through the crowd. So he's been amazing. He gets 6 Man of the Year. And then my 2 and 3, I have Norman Powell and Naz Reid. Norman Powell has been just super efficient, elite off the bench shooting. Even though he's not having the crazy scoring years that he's had in the past couple of years, he's still been really, really good and efficient. And then Naz Reid, on a team with 2 bigs, with Rudy and Cat, he still finds a way to stick out, come in, and play really, really well. He's been electric as well, scoring-wise, off the bench for Minnesota. Next, we have the Coach of the Year award. My Coach of the Year is going to Mark Daigneault of the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're a team last year. Mark Daigneault was in consideration last year. They're a team that has been at the bottom of the West kind of the last couple of years. Last year, they're 1 win away from making the playoffs. And coming in this year, we were like, all right, they're going to be better. Chet's back. Shea maybe takes another step. Jalen Williams takes another. In his second year, he's going to be better. They might be a play-in team again. They might win 43, 44. No, they have won 55 games and are battling for the number one seed in the West. They've been consistently a top five team record-wise in the NBA the entirety of the year, with having one of the youngest teams in the NBA, guys that have never been in this position before. But Mark Daigneault has helped take this Oklahoma City Thunder team to this level this early. I don't think anybody could have expected the Oklahoma City Thunder being a 55 win team this season. Like, who would have thought that? That's just amazing. Mark Daigneault, amazing coach, bringing the best out of his young guys, not afraid to put anybody in the fire. And it feels like they always kind of find, like, they put Isaiah Joe in, they put Kenneth Williams in, they put the other Jalen Williams in, they put Case and Wallace in, anybody in, and I feel like they're just making plays. Aaron Wiggins, like, they just make plays and they just do great things. That is a sign of a great coach as well. Mark Daigneault gets the award. And then my 2 and 3, I have Chris Finch and Jamal Mosley. Chris Finch, Minnesota, also is a 55 win team, which I don't think anybody expected. He's found a way to make Rudy Gobert and Anthony Towns work. They've been in the battle for the number one seed the entirety of the year as well. I feel like majority of they've been the number one seed, and just great credit to Chris Finch. And then Jamal Mosley, who would expect the Atlanta Magic to be a top five team in the Eastern Conference coming into this season. Like, I believed in them and I expected them to be a play-in team, maybe make a playoff, but being top five potentially, they could be potentially a 4 seed or a 3 seed in the Eastern Conference. They could have a home court advantage in the first round, which is not something that was even on my mind coming into the season for the Magic. And I love Jamal Mosley as a coach. Next, we got Clutch Player of the Year, an award that I always forget actually exists. My Clutch Player of the Year this year is going to DeMar DeRozan of the Chicago Bulls. Yes, it might be crazy that a player on a under 500 team wins Clutch Player of the Year, but the Bulls have actually been one of the best clutch teams in the league. It's just that if they're getting blown out, they're never gonna come back from it. But when it gets down to the last 5 minutes and it gets to clutch time, the Bulls are actually a good team. And DeMar DeRozan is tied with Steph Curry for the leader in clutch points per game. He's had so many big moments. He's got one of the highest plus minuses in the clutch as well. He's been absolutely elite. And I said this yesterday too. Like, I don't feel like DeMar DeRozan gets much appreciation these days. You know, like, he's 34 years old, played 77 games, leading the league in minutes per game, still giving you 23, 4, and 5, and has been, if not, is probably the clutchest player in the NBA this year. Like, I don't think we give DeMar DeRozan as much credit and love as he should get this season, but that's something for a whole nother time. But DeMar DeRozan, he gets Clutch Player of the Year. And then my 2 and 3, I have Steph Curry and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Both those guys have been amazing in the clutch. Steph Curry, again, tied with DeMar DeRozan for the most points per game in the clutch. He's shooting amazing in the clutch as well. And then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has had so many big moments, and OKC is one of the best clutch teams in the NBA. And now, finally, my MVP, the most valuable player in the NBA this season. This is a award that I still have to think about a lot, you know. It's the only award that I kind of didn't really have set in place last night when I was doing this, but I finally got my decision. And my MVP for 2024 is going to Luka Doncic. It's going to Luka. He gets his first award. It was very, very hard to pick him or Jokic, but I went with Luka Doncic. Leading the league in scoring, he's averaging 34 points per game, 9 rebounds, almost 10 assists, 1.4 steals. He's shooting 48% from the field, 38% from 3, 78% from the free throw line. Mavericks are a top 5 team in the Western Conference. And I think he probably has been the best player in the NBA this season. Like, the stuff he's been doing, we already know what Luka can do, but it feels like he's taking it to another level, which I don't think anybody expected there could be another level to this. But there has been, and Luka has hit it. Like, every single night he's on the court, he has been the best player on the court. You know, like, he has had so many big moments. He's had the 73-point game. He had a streak of like 5 or 6 straight 30-point triple doubles. You know, he can have a 30, 10, and 10 game, and that will bring his averages down. Like, imagine that. He could have a 30-point triple double, or a 39 and 9 game, and that will bring his averages down. Think about that. Like, that's actually ridiculous. He's had so many big moments, and now the Mavericks have been streaking recently, you know, and a lot of that is thanks to Luka, but also some other guys around him stepping up. But Luka has been, I think, to me, the ultimately deciding factor for me is who has been the best player in the NBA this season. Just take it every play. Who has been the best and most impactful, and guy that on the court is like, dang, he's been the best player on the court. And to me, that's been Luka Doncic. Not by a big margin. Not by a big margin at all. It's a very, very close 1 and 2 race. But Luka Doncic ultimately ends up getting my award. And of course, Nikola Jokic is number 2. We can say pretty much the same things about him as we do Luka. I mean, Nikola Jokic had an amazing performance. Even that 41-point game against Minnesota the other day, was huge. Jokic and then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is insane. Thinking that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a top 3 MVP performer. You know what I mean? But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for a 55-win OKC team, he has been elite as well. And now we get into the All NBA awards. If you don't remember, all NBA teams, the all teams are positionless now, which makes things a lot more interesting. Positionless teams. So it's just basically the 15 best players in the NBA. Basically, is what it has been. So my All NBA first team, we have Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jason Tatum. I feel like this is the universal. Like if this is not the real All NBA first team, I'm gonna be very thrown off. But we already talked about Luka. Of course, Jokic. He's averaging 26, 12, and 9 with the steal on 58, 35, 81 efficiency. He has a really good case to win his third MVP in 4 years. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, again, finishing for me personally top 3 in MVP, giving you 35 and 6, leading the league with over 2 steals per game on 54, 36, 87 efficiency. Giannis Antetokounmpo, been really, really good as well. He's having a career year, you know, which I don't think anybody is talking about as much because, again, Luka and Jokic have been so elite. But this is crazy that Giannis might not finish top 3 or isn't going to win like an MVP despite he's averaging 30, 11, and 6 with a steal and a block on 61% shooting. Like, that is actually insane numbers. But unfortunately, he's not going to win the MVP, but he has been amazing. And then Jason Tatum giving you 27, 8, and 5 with a steal on 47, 37, 83 efficiency. He's been the best player on the best team in the NBA. So that's my All NBA first team. That should be the universal All NBA first team. Now, my All NBA second team consists of Jalen Brunson, Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards, Steph Curry, and LeBron James. Very interesting second team. Jalen Brunson has been amazing this season, averaging 28, 3, and 6 on 48, 40, 84 efficiency. He's a top 5 scorer in the NBA. Just insane. Jalen Brunson is a top 5 scorer, averaging 28.5 points per game. In the last 2 weeks, he's been absolutely amazing as well. He has been the part of the New York Knicks. The Knicks have been one of the best teams in the league, and Jalen Brunson should have been an all-star starter. He's just taking this and running with it, showing, just redefining every day how good he actually is. It's amazing. Kevin Durant at 35 years old is still giving you 27, 6, and 5 with a block per game on 52, 41, 85 efficiency. Ridiculous efficiency for Kevin Durant. At 35, he's still one of the game's best that we have. Anthony Edwards, All-NBA member. He's taking a big jump this year, averaging 26, 5, and 5 with a steal on 46, 36, 83 efficiency. He's an all-star this year. The Timberwolves have been consistently one of the best teams, if not the best team in the Western Conference the entirety of the season, and he deserves some All-NBA nods, showing that he's a future superstar. Steph Curry, at 35, is still averaging 26 points per game with 4.5 rebounds, 5 assists on 45, 40, 92 efficiency, leading the league in free throw percentage. Steph Curry is still showing why he's amazing. Is really an award in the race for Clutch Player of the Year, might win Clutch Player of the Year award. And even though the Warriors haven't had the best season, he has still been amazing. And then LeBron James at 39, the oldest player in the league, is still averaging 25, 7, and 8 with the steal on 53, 41, 74 efficiency. He has still been absolutely elite. And again, even though the Lakers haven't had the best season, LeBron James is still showing why he's absolutely elite. And that's the All-NBA second team for me personally. And now All-NBA third team. This was the hardest to do. There's a lot of great, players in this All-NBA race that could make it. My All-NBA third team, though, is Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard, Jaylen Brown, Domantas Sabonis, and Devin Booker. Anthony Davis has been amazing. He should get a lot of credit for the year he's had. He's played 74 games, which is the most he's played since 2018. So credit to him for being healthy and being on the court. But he's been so impactful for this Laker team, averaging 24, 12, and 3.5 assists with a steal, almost 2.5 blocks on 55, 28, 81 efficiency. Now, has been absolutely elite for the Lakers on both ends of the court, which is a big thing as well. Kawhi Leonard, He's also been healthy. He's played in 68 games this year, the most he's played since 2017. He's giving you 23, 6, and 3 with over 1.5 steals while shooting 52, 41, 88. The efficiency is elite. And Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers had been one of the best teams in the NBA. And Kawhi Leonard being healthy and being out there on the court is a big reason. Jaylen Brown, the Boston Celtics have been the best team in the NBA the entirety of the year, and they deserve 2 All-NBA members. But also Jaylen Brown has been playing really good, especially the second half of the season. On the entire year, he's averaging 23, 5, and 3 with a steal, 50, 35, 70 efficiency. Really efficient year for Jaylen Brown shooting the ball. And the second half of the season, he's been amazing, taking big strides, has some huge games, and I think he deserves to be on the All NBA team. Domantas Sabonis, averaging 19 points, leading the league, averaging almost 14 rebounds per game and 8 assists, while shooting 59% from the field, 37% from 3, 70% from the free throw line. He had a streak of 50 something straight double doubles, 60 straight double doubles, the most double doubles in a season since Moses Malone back in the 80s and 70s. Like, he's had a double double. I think he has 75 double doubles, 75 double doubles in 80 games he's played. Like, I know that maybe doesn't sound crazy when you first think about it, but when you do think about it, the players that have 70 or more double doubles, that's hard to do. That's hard. That's hard. Like, that's something people did in the 70s and 80s when you only had one 7-footer or one 6'10" dude on the court. That's crazy to think about. And he's also, averaging over 8 assists per game as a center. That's Jokic stuff. Literally, Jokic is the only other center that does that. 19, 13, and 8 is ridiculous stat wise. So Sabonis deserves a lot of credit. And then Devin Booker, give you 27, 4, and 7 on 49, 36, 88 efficiency. Even though the Suns have not been amazing, but Devin Booker has taken his game to another level in terms of scoring. He's having a career year passing the ball and been super efficient. But yeah, those are my All NBA members. Some other guys I want to shout out that didn't make the list but was considerations. Zion for the Pelicans, even though he kind of came on a little bit later. The Pelicans came on a little bit later, but Zion has been amazing. De'Aaron Fox, he's kind of obviously he started off really hot and recently he's kind of cooled off, and the Kings have not been as amazing. But De'Aaron Fox had a really good year. Tyrese Halliburton, if Tyrese Halliburton didn't have that drop off in mid-January, February, he was going to be a lock for All NBA. But fortunately, the last 2 months have not been great for him. He's dealing with a quad injury, hasn't been the same, but still leading the league in assists. He's still been amazing. And then Tyrese Maxey as well got some consideration for All NBA as well. I think he's a top 10 scorer in the NBA, or if not, he's a number 11. But he's been absolutely ridiculous as well. Next, we have the all defensive teams. My all defensive first team, again, positionless. My all defensive first team is Rudy Gobert, Anthony Davis, Victor Wembanyama, Derek White, Jalen Suggs. Of course, to talk about Rudy winning it, AD and Wemby were my 2 and 3. Derek White, the Celtics have been one of the best defenses in the league, and Derek White has been there in terms of plus minus and defensive rating, all that stuff. He's near the top of the league, just does so many great things. And then Jalen Suggs, the Magic also have been a top 3 to 4 defense the entirety for most of the season. And Jalen Suggs has redefined himself as kind of being the lead guy, the lead attack man on the defensive side of the ball. He's had a career year showing his value, and Jalen Suggs has just been amazing. And he gets out on the defensive first team because the Magic have been an elite defense. That's really how they've been winning games, is their defense. And Jalen Suggs has been the lead guy on that. And then on the defensive second team, we have Bam Adebayo, Herb Jones, Shea, Jaden McDaniels, and KCP. Bam, Miami Heat, again, are built on defense, and Bam Adebayo continues to be one of the most versatile and best defenders in the NBA. Herb Jones, the Pelicans, also are top, I think right now they're number 4 defense in the league, and Herb Jones has been just locking people down on the other side of the ball. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the Thunder are a great defense, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander leading the NBA in steals per game, showing that he's not just a 30-point scorer, he can get it done on the defensive end. Jaden McDaniels, the Timberwolves have been by far the best defense in the NBA the entirety of the year, so they get 2 all-defensive members, and Jaden McDaniels is a lockdown on the perimeter. And then KCP gets some love. The Nuggets have been surprisingly a really good defense this year, and KCP has been the lead attack man on the defensive side of the ball. So KCP for me gets a lot of respect and gets his all-defensive team, nod, which all-defensive team is a very interesting award to me, personally. And then we have the all-rookie teams to wrap it off. The all-rookie first team for me got Victor Wembanyama, Chet Holmgren, Brandon Miller, Jaime Jaquez, and Brandon Podziemski. Of course, Wemby won the award. Chet Holmgren and Brandon Miller have both been amazing. Jaime Jaquez, for Miami Heat has been just an amazing fit for the team, bringing a lot of offense, scoring the ball. Defensively, he's fit right into the Heat culture. And the Brandon Pajemski has been a surprisingly really good addition to the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors, they put Klay Thompson on the bench for him to start. They put Klay Thompson on the bench for Brandon Pajemski. That's just that in itself should show you how Brandon Pajemski's rookie year has gone. He's just been so impactful. And the all-rookie second team, we got Derek Lively, Keontae George, the Thompson twins, and Cason Wallace. Derek Lively has come in. I didn't expect Derek Lively to be this good right away. I expected this maybe 2 or 3 years from now, but right away coming in and being, a rim protector, a lob threat, shooting like 70% from the field, or dang near 70% from the field. It was not something I expected as a rookie. And Derek Lively has been there. Keontae George has been one of my favorite rookies personally this season. The way he's just been scoring the ball for Utah, the three-point shot has been falling. He's not been as efficient, but he's a rookie. And the Jazz aren't good. But also his playmaking and passing ability has been something that I really, really like to see this year. And I think he's a future building block for Utah. And the Thompson twins, Amen Thompson, even though he didn't start off great, recently the last 2 or 3 months, he's been absolutely amazing. He's moved into the Rockets starting lineup. Now that also is because they've had some injuries, but he's been rebounding the ball super, super well, defending really well. His athleticism is insane, so he's been doing a lot of that. Asar Thompson's kind of been the opposite. He started off really good, fortunately, kind of cooled off later and then couldn't finish his rookie year due to blood clots. Hopefully Asar Thompson gets better because he also is another guy that's just super unique, rebounds the ball really well. Defensively, he's elite already at that position as well. And then Cason Wallace, even though he might not have the stats of some other rookies, but he's been shooting the heck out of the ball. The efficiency is absolutely crazy for a rookie. And then defensively as well, he gets the job done. But yeah, that's my award ballot. Let me know in the comments what your award ballot is, who you got for certain awards and stuff like that. I would really like to know because I think this is a very interesting year for awards, especially with the 65-game rule. There's a lot of guys that I would have probably put on teams regularly that couldn't make the team, and that opened up a lot more spots for some other guys to get some love. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you enjoyed the content around here, consider subscribing, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. Really helps out a lot. Join the membership. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.